Let's play the first scenario of Dread Knights. Hello and welcome to another episode of Blast Arcade Painting. Today we're going to play the first scenario of Dread Knights. Beware, for I am fearless and therefore powerful. I can tell you right now, ahead of the game, that my character's not fearless and are not powerful. This is a miniatures game of the Gothic, blood, and all the things that go bump in the night. So Dread Knights is a Forbidden Psalm game, if you guys know anything about Forbidden Psalm. But Dread Knights is a turn of the century, the 1900s, like Victorian England, sort of Dickensian, everybody's having a rough time. And then monsters are around, and there are teams of hunters that go out and kill the monsters, and that's where we come in. So let's get down to the table. Fair warning, there's a ton of mistakes. Just a ton. And I think my plan was to just play this as a test, but I had fun playing it, so I'm turning it into a video and you guys can watch it. So, let's go. So we're starting our first game of Dread Knights. It's a Forbidden Psalm game. And yeah, here we go. Already rolled up on my team. Haven't played this yet. Only read the book. So there's a possibility that you never see this and this is just a test game. But normally we like to just show everything anyway. So here we go. My team will go first. These creations are here. They're going to try and move off the board. Any of the grave markers that have exclamation marks have grave guns on them if I try to loot them. Any of them with the plus signs have already been dug up and they can just be looted. I could loot the other ones, but none of my guys have a spade. So there we go. And you can make a move and then perform an action. But if you perform an action first, you can't move. And I think you can double move, but anyway. We're going to go first here. And the first guy that's going to go is William. He's got a shotgun. It's actually pretty interesting because you roll up occupations and he came with a shotgun, so I didn't have to spend any money on it, so that's kind of good. Let's see here. He has a movement of 5. Oh, you know what? There's a random piece of fence there, so never mind that. Get that out of the way. Okay, so he's going to move 5 this way, up to the road here. Then he's going to check range, and he's going to shoot his shotgun at that creation there. So everything in the games relies on like a D20 test, and you have to get higher than 12. So yeah, and all the weapons have particular like modifiers to them. So since it's the first game, there's probably going to be some papers and stuff to look at until I get a little bit better at this. So he's got a shotgun, he's got a bandolier of stakes as well, which isn't useful in this mission, but yeah. So he's got a shotgun, and that is a presence weapon. So you're going to add your presence to the roll, and it's got a range of 12. So all the ranged weapons have a range of 12 unless it says otherwise. And then it does D10 damage. So if you do damage, you then roll a D10 to see how much damage you do. So this is the first creation here. This is William with a shotgun. So he moved, and then his action is to shoot. He gets a 17, so then you would add your presence to it, which would have been 2, but it doesn't matter, he gets 17. So he hits. I feel like that's a bad thing, because it was a good roll right off the bat, which means usually everything goes downhill. So then I'm going to roll a d10 for damage. It's a 10. Oh my god! It's a good start. I believe they have an armor of 1 though, so they negate 1. Yeah. So they have a armor of 1, so he's going to take 9 damage. He's only got 12 damage, so that brings him down to 3. So that's a pretty great first turn, I guess. So he's activated. I want to keep track of this, so there's an activated token. My next guy is going to go, and that is Deadlock. I rolled up all these names. I didn't pick them, so Deadlock has a revolver, so let's go with Deadlock. He's going to move 5 up here. I'm wondering if he should shoot over there or shoot behind him. Oh, I've also got to make sure I remember that William is down to 1 shot on his shotgun now. Okay, so he's either going to shoot this guy over here or this guy. Should he shoot the full health one? Does that make more sense? Or do we just try and take out the creation over there? Let's shoot this one over here. Try and whittle him down a little bit. So Deadlock has a presence of 3. And a revolver, which does a d8. So we're going to roll a d20. 8 does 12, so that's a hit. And then we would add our presence, which would have been a 15. So that's great. And then a d8 here. So only 3, but armor 1 brings it down to 2. So that puts him at 10 health left. I like to throw on little counters here to help me. Okay. Now the rest of my team only has melee weapons at this point. And manuscripts. Spell books, basically. So Madge. Now I don't play what you see is where you get. She's holding a rifle, but I don't play that way. She moves 7, which brings her just within 1 of this guy, and she's got a cold. Nope, not cold. She's got a cane sword. So this is the only thing we have to check. I'm going to take a quick second here to check this. Okay, so there's a mechanic when you make an attack that they can strike back or strike at the same time. It doesn't say anything in the book about monsters striking the same time, so I don't know if they should or not. If anybody knows, please leave it in the comment below. I'm going to just double check one last thing here. Okay, I can't see anywhere in the book that says that, so yeah, we're gonna just say that they don't strike back, I guess. I know that we see there's a couple different versions of this game. There's Forbidden Psalm, there's Kill Sample Process, Last War, Dread Knights, and Endless Horrors from Beyond the Stars. So I don't know what the other books say, but this one I can't find anything about them attacking back. I looked through it all, so I don't know. I'm going to pause and check again. Okay, so I went through the book again, and apparently if you try to flee from combat, monsters will always try to stop you, but it doesn't say anything about monsters always hitting you back. It says your opponent may choose to hit you back, and I think that's in a head-to-head game, so I guess we're not doing that. If there's an errata or something and you guys know different, again, let me know in the comments below. So let's just continue with Madge here, cane sorting this creation. So go to my sheets. Again, this will get easier as I played it more. Madge is a cane sword. You're going to add her agility, which is +1, and it's a D8. So I'm going to roll for a cane sword attack. That's a 10, +1 would be 11, so it's a failure. Nothing happens. So she moved an attack. That's her turn. Okay. Put on my tokens so all these guys went. Let's see here. I should try and double move up with some of these kids. He's got a move of 5. And so, what's his name? Modron has a move of 5. So I can move him 10 up to this little grass piece here. And Babbage, who's like my spellcaster, has a move of 6. So she can move 12 up to here. I guess I'm going to try and close in and stop them, because they're going to move away from the board. They're going to try and move off the board. And it's either the game ends at turn 6 or until all the creations, I guess, are off the board. Also, we had full moon conditions for our weather. That's another thing you have to do. You have to check the weather every mission. So let's do the end of the turn. So they're going to try and leave the table unless they're within 1 inch, and then they're going to try and fight. So I guess maybe we should have spawned a Grave Rat at the beginning of the turn. Well, as usual, screwed something up right off the bat. I'll spawn monsters 1 to 3, 4 to 6. So we'll do them at the end of the turn. So then these guys will go, and I believe it's 2d6 to see how far these guys move. And these guys are going to try and move off the table. So this one's 7. Wow, that gets him like almost off the table. Like 7 again. This gets it like here. Let me check that. Okay, so yeah, they moved to D6. I guess that's what their movement chart says. They don't have a movement, like an actual movement stat, that I can find anyway. It seems like it's 2d6. That seems to be how monsters move. So they're almost off the board, which is unfortunate because I was moving guys towards them. But anyway, this guy's got an attack, and he's a creation. He attacks with, well, it'd be a D12 or whatever it is. And he's got a slam, is his thing, and if he critically hits the model's dazed. So he's going to critically, no, he's got an 18. Ooh, so he definitely hits. That's rough right off the bat. And he's got a D8. Oh my gosh. That's a D10. Okay, thank goodness. Here's a D8. He does 6. Oh my god, he does 6 damage. Oh, Madge. Oh, Madge. So he does some damage there to old Madgie. So that's unfortunate. And then we'll spawn a Grave Rat here, I guess. I think what I'm going to do instead is say that I spawned it at the beginning over there, and then roll for it to move, which would be 7, which is now the third 7 I've rolled on there. So 7, So it's in range. There's a whole monster like flow chart that you guys can see of like what you're supposed to do. The monster ends its activation. So there we go. It moved. Okay. So we're going to say that we spawn them at the beginning of the turn because it just makes more sense. And then we're going to roll for our weather conditions because that's the end of the turn. I think I need a quick reference sheet or something to not have to keep flipping through the book. If anybody knows where there's a quick reference sheet, that'd be great. 20. It's a reroll. So we just go up to a 12 here. I think I have it. Do I have a D12? Is that a thing? A D8? I do have a D12. Let's just roll that. It's a 9. Smog. At the start of the round, all models must make a toughness test versus DR6. On a failure, they gain a smog mutation. Okay. Toughness. +1, +1. 0, +2, 0. Okay. So let's do the leader here first. He's got a +1. He passes. Let's do Babbage here. She's got a 0. Oh my gosh. She passes. Let's do Madge here. Madge has got a +1. Passes. Let's do Deadlock here. Deadlock passes. That's a 7. And William passes. Okay, so none of them have smog mutations, which I guess is good. Why? I don't know what smog mutations are, so. And a failure, they gain. Okay, so we're back to playing our turn here. So, I think we're going to go with Madge first. And Madge is going to attack. Well, she has to attack the creation, right? So she's got to do Cane Sword with agility, so she's got a +1. So we're looking for 11 or higher, basically. 15, so she does that, okay? And then she does a D8 damage, which means I can't actually take it out right here. D8 damage. That's a 5. I wonder if I should do max damage. I can use my Bond of Fate or whatever it is to do maximum damage to it. So, let me see. Auto passes this death save. I think I'll just do the 5 damage, right? So that brings it down to 5. Get rid of that. It's definitely going to kill me the next round, though. Unless I can get in there with one of my other guys. Maybe I should make him come back, bring these two up, and shoot. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go with William. William cranks up here across the road and fires a shotgun at that creation over there. And that's presence +2 for William. Okay. Oh, it's an 8. So I'm going to use one of my Bonds of Fate, I think, to re-roll it. Or I can just use my Bonds of Fate to automatically pass it. Okay, so I'll automatically pass it and use the Bond of Fate. Then I'll grab my D10. and do 7, which is going to take it off the board. Okay. So that's good. We got 1. Alright, and now he's moved, he's gone, and his gun is empty, so he's going to have to reload. I did pick a bunch of ammo for him, so I think he's got 4 more shots, but he can only load 2 at a time, so next turn he's got to move and then reload. Okay. So then this guy's moving up here. You know what? Maybe he needs to move. Oh, I have an idea. Okay. So he's going to move 5. He just gets across the road 2. And then this is still within 12, so then he's going to fire. And then he's got a revolver. He is down a shot. I didn't mark that down. And he's going to fire again, so I can mark it down right now. So presence +3, firing 13. Oh yeah, he's got it there. And then he's got a D8. D8 damage. Should I just do max damage to him? Because I could use my Bond of Fate to just do 8 damage to him. Which leaves him on 4, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get up. Okay. We're going to use the other Bond of Fate to do 8 damage to him. He's got 12, that brings him down to 4. Oh, you know what? This guy would be at 6, right? Because of the 1 armor that they have. And 8 damage would bring him down to 7. Bring down that 8 to 7. So he'd still have 5 hits left. So what I think I have to do to keep him on the board is I have to go with my next guy, which is Madron, which is a ridiculous name. He's moving 10, and he's just going to be able to move up basically into within 1 inches, engage him. So then he'll attack him. He's going to just take an attack to stay there, to keep the creation on the board. Okay, and then... oh boy. I guess Babbage, who's my old witch here, is going to try and cast a spell. She could just move and attack. It's risky. Or do I try and cast a spell? The only problem is the only spell she has is like one she can make monsters attack someone else, or the other one will bring a feral vampire onto the board. So, considering this is a crazy game, let's do the feral vampire one. And let me just review reading a manuscript. Alright, so we're doing DR12. And then her manuscript is called Alulum. A-L-U-L-A L-U-M-E. I'll have to look that up. Ululum. I have no idea. Okay, DR12 on a presence. And Babbage's presence is +3. So don't fail. Oh, she fails. For sure she fails. Which means it's not good. I'll tell you that much once I find this manuscript page again. On a failure to cast, the reader is the target. Okay, so on the board edge, a feral vampire comes out, and Babbage is the target of the feral vampire. So he comes out here. And I have a wonderful ghoul monster with wings. I don't know, some sort of weird Games Workshop bat creature thing. Okay, so that's all really bad. And Babbage is gone. I guess I should have had her move first. So here we go. Next, this is the monsters round then. Okay, so let's do some monster combats first, I guess. Oh, that rat should have come out. I remember I said I was going to put him at the beginning of the turn, so there's a rat over here too. Because it's only turn 2. Yeah, so there's lots of rats. Now there's a feral vampire, which is just what I need. Okay, so let's do this combat back here first. So it's DR12 attacking Modron here. He fails. Okay, great. This one over here attacking Modron. Madge passes. Oh no. Oh boy. It's a D8, right? Yeah, it's a D8. Maybe I should go look at my Bonds of Fate. Okay, deal maximum damage with attack we used. Automatically pass one test we used. So we could re-roll any dice. Should we do that? Or should we save that? Because if she gets down, we can remove her. She auto passes its death save. Or do we want to try and re-roll it? Oh, good grief. I don't know. This is the time it would be helpful if you guys could tell me what I should do. Like The Price is Right, just like screaming the answer at me from off screen. Let's try and re-roll it. Okay, so there goes the re-roll Bond of Fate. Oh, it's okay, so yeah. No, it's 11, so fail. Wonderful. Okay, now everything else is going to move. So the first rat is going to 2d6 move. And that's 7 again. How are we rolling so many 7s? Oh no. Attacks Babbage. Also, Babbage is the best name for an old, like, Hungarian witch, which is what she is as far as I'm concerned. I can say that because I am Hungarian. I think that's how that works. Grave Rat. Okay, they have a bite of D4, so, but nothing special about them. So, gotta get a 12 or higher. Oh god, 14, and then a D4. Oh my god, is this 4 damage? Right? Come on. So it does 4 damage, and I have to make a toughness test. On a failure, I'm diseased. Okay, toughness test. You can bet that Babbage's toughness is 0, because she's an old Hungarian witch. Oh, she passes. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, not diseased. She still takes 4 damage, though. And she's not very strong, so... that brings Babbage down to 4 health. There's a grave rat. Nasty old grave rat there. So the next grave rat's going to move... oh, good, it'll move 9. Yeah, because that's what we need. Is that close enough to get to Babbage? No. That's pretty far, though. And then the feral vampire that's only targeting Babbage will move 9 as well. Oh, we're just... those dice are just double dice. So there we go. Babbage read from a manuscript and has unleashed terrible, terrible things on the world. So we're going to put out another grave rat, because it says grave rat every turn, and this is turn 3, so they're still coming in over here. And then you know what? I love playing these games. It gets you, like, excited. I don't know. It gets you a little giggly sometimes. We got to roll for weather for the next turn here. Weather conditions. And I have a D12. Right? I got a D12, so we'll just roll a D12. That is what? 8. 8 is smog. Oh, it's the same thing. Oh my god. So same thing, we gotta roll to see if they're going. So Modron, he's got a 6, so he's good. William, 12 is good. Deadlock, 17 is good. Babbage, 17. And Madge, 14. Okay, so no smog mutations. Let's remove these. How are you supposed to loot stuff? This is a horrifying place. There's no time to loot. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna rummage through this open grave as this vampire barrels down on me that I accidentally cast when I tried to curse a rat with it, but whatever. Okay, here we go. So this is turn 3. Okay. Oh, he's got to reload. Okay, so this guy's moving right up here on the road and reloading his 2 shots. That's sad. It would have been nice to shoot instead. Is he gonna shoot at a vampire? I don't think he can do any damage to a vampire. Okay, so vampires have armor 2 and only silver can get through the armor. So that's how that works. And when they die, they fall down and lay there till they're staked until the next turn they get back up. And then have 1 hit point left. So, yeah, this guy's over here. He's going to shoot, for sure. Because why not? His name is Deadlock, and he has a presence of +3. So let's go, Deadlock. He rolled a 1, which means he drops his weapon. Come on. So he fumbles his weapon. Oh, I can't believe how much I have to look at this book. Yep. Yeah. Okay. So there we go. I've rolled a 1. I gotta have a 20 at some point. On a fumble, you drop your weapon. So I think at next turn I have to pick up the weapon, then I can shoot it. So that's down to 3. Down to 3 shots on there. That's, yeah. Okay, so this guy moved, reloaded, he dropped his weapon. So let's go back up to Modron with his big sword there, but for game purposes, it's a fishing spear. So he's going to attack. He actually hasn't done anything, so he's not getting any bonus to this. Attack for 15, he gets it. And then he's rolling a D8. Where's that silly little D8? Here we go. I think we have to get like 6 because it's going to drop down 1 no matter what. So that's a 2, which brings it to a 1. So he takes 1 damage, which brings him down to 4. But he doesn't go anywhere because locked in combat, I guess. Okay, thanks, Modron. You're really pulling your weight back there. Okay, so let's go with Madge first. Madge, with her cane sword, attacks. And Madge's got a +1 to her attack. So Madge rolls a 16. Okay, so she gets that. And I believe hers is a D8 as well. So here comes the D8. Oh, it's 8. Which brings it down to 7. It's got 6. It's dead. Madge with the cane sword comes through. Madge is gone. But now we have the very, very serious problem of Babbage. Okay, so here's the issue. She could attack the rat. Maybe kill the rat, but then this is happening after it. Which is not good. And that vampire is specifically targeting her. So is the best choice for her just to flee? Because she does not have much health left. So yeah, okay, if my character wants to flee, I have to... This thing has to roll a test against agility, but it doesn't have agility. So it's a DR12. If it passes, my character stays there. If it crits, it attacks my character. If it fails, my character moves, and if it fumbles, my character can move and do an action. So let's hope for just a fail. It's not a. It's a big time pass. So nothing happens, and Babbage just stays there, getting ready to be destroyed. So probably should have just attacked, but I didn't. And now life is terrible. Babbage is not going to make it. She's a special witch, but she's not going to make it. All right, so now it is the monster's turn. So the first thing we're going to do is the rat. Let's just get Babbage taken care of here. Oh, good, that's a critical, which means maximum damage. Oh my god. Which is 4. Which downs her. But we have to see if she gets bit first. Yeah, toughness test. She's got 0 toughness, so let's do the toughness test. What is that? This is 17. So anyway, she's down, which means you lay her like this. She's gone. If she takes any more damage, she will be dead. Which is going to happen because the vampire is specifically targeting her. So Babbage isn't going to make it. And probably shouldn't, because doesn't deserve it. You know what, though? I've made a bit of a mistake here, haven't I? Yes, I have, because the rats should go next, and the rat should attack the vampire, because they're not the same type. I didn't remember that. So this rat was fine, but this rat should come over here and attack this vampire. Yep. That is what should happen. Because they're not the same type. So the rat attacks the vampire. It's got no plus. It's 17, so he hits. But then it's a D4. And then it's a 2, but then the vampire has an armor of 2. So nothing would happen. But then the vampire would go. And the vampire would move. And I don't think monsters hold each other back. So the vampire would move here and attack Babbage, who's laying down, definitely dying, and doesn't hit. So Babbage isn't necessarily just destroyed, which is unbelievable. This rat will move up, though, 2d6. Oh, only 5 this time. So just onto this little thing here. And then that creation is going to attack Modron back there. And he attacks, and he gets a 10, so he misses as well. So now we're going to switch back to regular business here. Switch back to regular business. Now we got to roll for. We got to roll for something. Oh, for weather. And then we're going into turn 4. So now the rats start coming from the other side. And let's go roll weather. It's an 11. Oh, vampire bats. At the start of the round, all models must make an agility test for DR6. On a failure, they gain the bleeding state. Oh, good. So, Modron first. He fails. So he becomes bleeding. Deadlock passes. William has -2. So he fails. He becomes bleeding. Babbage is already on the ground. 20. It would be a crit. Good lord. Match. 12. Match has +1, so she passes. Okay, so I just gotta check the bleeding state. Okay, so they take a damage each turn until they're healed, which means yeah, it's not great. So Deadlock has a doctor's bag, and I could go get Babbage back up. I don't know if that's going to help at all. Equipment or feed. Yeah, so it would be an action. Do I want him to shoot? That's the question. Would I prefer him to shoot, or would I prefer him to pick up Babbage? These are the tough questions we have to ask ourselves. Okay, so let's start with William, and he's reloaded, so he's actually just gonna move up a little bit here, and then shoot at the vampire with his almighty shotgun, and he's got a +2 for that. So let's hope he gets something here. He's at a 15, so he hits, and it's a D10. And it's going to be -2 because of the armor. It's a 7, so he's going to take 5 hits. No, that's 5 hits. That doesn't. How many does he have? How much the old vampire got? He's got 11. So he's technically down to 6 hits. I mean, he's gonna just knock Babbage down again if I waste my time going to pick her up. Plus, we're getting swarmed by rats. Oh, whatever. Just move. Pick her up. This is the fun part of the game, right? Just doing ridiculous things. So he is gone. Do you think she can try and move? Should she try and flee again? Oh, God. Okay, she'll try. None of it's good. I think she'll just try and attack that rat. Or, no, forget it. She'll just try and attack the vampire. With her makeshift hand weapon. Yeah, okay. Which only does D4. Oh my god, she gets a 20! Which means she crits, which means she does 4 damage, but then his armor brings him down to 6, so he's going down to 4. He would have gone down to 2. That wily witch has still got some tricks up her sleeve. Okay. So... Oh my god, she's ridiculous. Babbage. Madge. Madge with the old cane sword. She's gonna move up. She's gonna attack this vampire. Now it's just become about killing this vampire, apparently. Cane sword. She's gonna +1 to this. 11, 12. Okay, so she hits. That's great. D8 damage. I think we can take this vampire out. 3. No, because he's just gonna take 1 more. Bringing him down to 3. But maybe it won't attack Babbage now. No, it will, because it targets her no matter what. Oh boy. But that rat is closer to the vampire now. Actually, all those rats are closer to the vampire now. So, they should all be attacking the vampire. Which is what's going to happen. But now we have to do our fight back here. Let's mark off that Madge win. Okay. So we've got the old fishing spear. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. 11. Nope. Just misses. Hold on. What are my bonds of fate that I didn't use? Deal maximum damage I used. Reroll any dice I used. Automatically pass one test I used. Cancel one critical or fumble. Remove a down model from play, which auto passes its death save. So I could have done that for her. Okay. Alright, well he fails. Which can't be good. Although he hasn't been hit back there yet, so. Monsters are gonna go. This rat's closer to the vampire. So that rat is gonna attack the vampire. The vampire will still attack Madge, though. Rat attacks vampire. No. Vampire attacks Babbage. No. Rats move. 2. I'll measure it instead of just eyeballing it. 2. That brings him within 1. No, it doesn't. Okay, just barely. Next one's 6. Yeah, that brings him pretty much to the same spot. Not within 1. Well, he's kind of... Yeah, he's a little bit further, so he's ahead, so he attacks the vampire. I don't remember this other monster's attack. That's great. 15, he does attack. And he does D4 to the vampire, which is 1, which is -2, which is nothing. Boy, I guess we've learned our lesson about summoning vampires. Creation out in the back with Modron. Definitely hits for 13. Oh, that's a D8 too, so D8 is 4. Okay, he takes 4. It's actually the first hit he's taken this game. Then we got a rat back here that's got to move. And he's got to move 6. We're getting encircled. We're getting encircled. Okay. So that's the end of that turn. We got to roll for weather. And we have to roll. No, we have to throw out another rat. I don't have any more rats, by the way. That's all the rat swarms I have, and I haven't been able to kill one apparently, so this is a swarm of bats instead. I mean, I don't think it really matters. It's a swarm of something. And isn't that what's important? It's the swarming. Weather 5. Hauntings. A ghost appears on a random board edge. Oh my gosh. I actually have ghost miniatures like right here, so that's just lucky. I don't know what ghosts you can do. I know you can't hurt them, if I remember that correctly. So let's roll for random board edge. That's back here. Yeah, there we go. Ghost appears. That's wonderful. Okay. Start of round 5. So we really want to get this, I don't know, everything dead? Jeez. Okay. Let's try to do Modron back there first. Modron rolls a 7, so that's not good enough. Oh my gosh. I guess we shouldn't have left you back there to take out the creation. Okay. Here comes Madge with the cane sword. And she's got a +1. Yep. She's got a 14, so that's good. She's rolling a D8 damage. Oh, come on. Oh my god, it's 2. Which means nothing. Because of his armor. Oh, Babbage. Babbage is gonna attack the vampire. She rolls an 18. And she does D4. It's not great. She does 1, so she does no damage. So these guys are just wasting. They're just wasting their activations, like, completely. Holy goodness. Okay. William is going to move around. He's going to move around to here. And he's going to shoot one of the rats. This one back here. William... No, I'm sorry. That's Deadlock. He's got a +3. It's a 4. So that's... yeah. That's dynamite news. Oh my goodness. And then William, who does have the shotgun, is going to shoot that rat. William's got a +2 for that. 7, 8, 9. No, that's no. Okay, all right. Holy good grief. Well, that's everybody. The chances of surviving, they're not great. The rats, on the other hand, are going to attack the vampire repeatedly. So let's do this one back here first, just to get it out of the way. That's a 4, that's a miss. Okay. Actually, let's move some stuff. 2d6. Oh, that's 8. Yeah, they got right here. And then they're going to attack. So they attack William from behind. It's a 20. It's a 20. So they do 4 damage to him. And he has to see if he's diseased. Oh, he is. He's diseased. Jeez. He's diseased and he takes 4 damage. So let me check. Let me just check what disease does, because that's wonderful. Model suffers -3 to all tests until cured. State lasts between scenarios. Oh, that's... yeah, okay. -3 to all tests, so he's just like become terrible at life. Oh my god. This is the first mission. Babbage has already been knocked down and picked back up. Okay, let's roll the movement for those guys back there. It's a 7. 7. Okay. And now the rats are going to attack the vampire, which is the only good part. Rat number 1. No. Rat number 2. Yes. And a D4 damage of 1. So nothing. Rat number 3. No. Vampire now attacks Babbage because he targets Babbage. No, misses. Oh my god, it's turn 6. Okay, so we're going to remove these. We're going to throw in another rat, which, by the way, will be a bat because I'm, again, out of rat. They're grave rats, but I'm using rat swarms and bat swarms. Oh, the ghost. The ghost has to do something. Which means I have to go look at what a ghost does. Ghosts do not take damage, however they stay at least 1 inch from any model with a lantern. A model within 1 inch of a ghost can make a present test to ward off the ghost. Ghosts do not attack, instead auto deal 1 damage that ignores armor to any model within 1 inch of the start of the turn. Oh, also, Modron and William are bleeding, so they're each going to take a hit. 5. And down to 4. And then this ghost will just move. 8. Well, but of course he will. I love that the ghost isn't going to directly hurt you, but my miniature has definitely got a giant sword. Okay, then we're going to roll for weather. I'm sure there's just like one mission of this game that you're just going to roll perfectly and everything's going to be great. 11. Vampire bats. Oh, on a failure, they all gain the bleeding state. Okay. Modron's already got it, so it doesn't matter. He fails. William, he passes. Babbage, she fails. Madge, she fails. And Deadlock fails. Everybody's bleeding but Babbage. Oh my goodness. It's the last turn, so that actually isn't going to affect anybody too bad. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so let's do Modron first. Modron first. 15, he gets it. Oh my god, he's got to do a D8 here. And they have a armor of 1. Come on. 7. -1, 6. That creation's off the board. Okay, so now, I don't know what happens right there. Game ends after the 6th round, or if all creations have left the table. Oh, left the table. Well, Did they leave the table? They kind of, because we killed them. Either way, he's done. Okay, William will attack the rat, and I think because he has a ranged weapon, but he can't use it, so it's a makeshift weapon. Yep. Which means it's only got a strength of D4. Okay, whatever. William attacks the rat. He passes. And he's going to do probably 1. Yeah, 1 damage to the rat. So that's it. Okay. That brings it down to 2 or 3. Let me double check. That brings him down to 4. That's great. It's wonderful. Okay. Here comes Madge swinging at this vampire again. 18. Oh my god. She's got a D8 for this. That's a 7. Minus 2 is a 5. He is downed. Amazing. But he has the hard to kill trait, which means only someone with a stake can kill him. Oh my god. Where is it? Okay. He has Hunter and a bandolier of stakes. So if he can get over there, he automatically stakes him without having to use an action. But can we get around? Can we get around all the rats? Probably not. Or can we just go loot this grave? You know what? William has the bandolier and the stakes, so it's not deadlock, so he couldn't do it anyway. Oh boy. So it's just Deadlock and Babbage who have any ability, like anything to do left. Which also means that the rats will go right after them. So I think we should just shoot a rat with Deadlock. Okay, let's shoot a rat. Oh yeah, he gets it. And then he's doing D8 to a rat. That's a 2. That's fantastic. Yeah, that's great. So the rat's got 3 damage left. What does that matter? Alright then. So let's do all the horrible business. Let's move this other guy up first, though. Yeah, he gets up there within. Yep. And this one back here. He goes 8 as well. What the heck is with the 8s? Okay. So this one is within 1. He attacks Babbage. This one moves? Can it move through a downed monster? Let's say it just moves this way and attacks her. There's no real way to get over there. So let's say he goes back there and attacks him instead. So So they're all going to get attacked. Everybody's getting attacked. So let's do William first. Deadlock first. Miss. And a fumble. Oh. Which means it would drop its weapon, but it doesn't have a weapon to drop. Oh. Did somebody drop their gun before? Did I pick it up? If I didn't, yeah, one of my characters might have dropped their gun, and I didn't pick it up. So there's a whole game of making a mistake, and it's going to take a long time for me to realize it. So whatever, I'll get better at it. The game's about having fun, even though we're getting myrtleated. Well. Okay, so this one attacks Babbage. Yes. For D4. Just 2. Babbage is not dead yet. The next one attacks Madge for 11. Nothing. This one attacks William for 1. Fumbles. This one attacks William for 6. Nothing. That's the end of round 6. Now the rat would have came out. That's the end of it. So that's actually the end of the mission. Everyone survived. I think you can take them off the table, but they were all engaged, and getting fleeing combat is pretty risky. That was chaotic. That was upsetting. So that was our first game of Dread Knights. It was a lot of fun. Babbage summoned a vampire to go after people that just instead went after her because she's just terrible at being a witch. I mean, you should be better at, spells if you're a witch, but she's not good. She's not a great witch. I didn't film the after, with all the XP and stuff because I had to figure it out. Took a while, but I think in the next game I'll show that process out as well. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, there was a ton of mistakes. We do a little bit better next time. Not great, but a little bit better. And as always, we want to thank our Patreon supporters, Charming Grenade, Richie Fender, and LK. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. And you guys have a great day.